Hey, friends. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, joined today by my friend Alex to talk about the Great American Family original Christmas movie, Bringing Christmas Home, starring Paul Green and Jill Wagner. A professor of military history teams up with an antique store owner to help track down the original owners of a historic World War II uniform and the love letters in its pockets. Welcome back to the podcast, Alex. I'm excited to chat with you today about this movie.
Thanks for having me back on, Nicole. Great to be here again.
Of course. What were your first thoughts on this movie?
I love this movie so much. Out of all of Jill's GAC movies that she's done, this is by hands down my favorite of hers.
It's one of my favorites too. Yes. I loved hers from last year with Cameron Matheson, but this one was...
I think it tops it.
Yes. I thought it had a strong, well-written script, and I love the storyline with the uniform and the letters, and of course, us being postables, it gave off major SSD vibes, which I loved.
Me too.
Very unique storyline. I thought that the chemistry and the dynamic between the cast was great. The comedic banter between Russell and Caroline, that was
spot on.
Yes. Also, the brother-sister relationship with Russell and Jules, and the side romance with Alton and Jules, and the friendship between Alton and Caroline were also great. Do we want to get into our All the Feels segment, which is favorite moments and scenes that bring all the emotions?
Yes.
Okay, let's get into it. So what were some of yours to start off?
One, like something that was like really funny to me, like one of the funny scenes that I loved was when she Alton calls Caroline on the phone and she has to step outside and he comes with her. Russell, and the sister follows behind them, and she's on the phone with Alton, and then Caroline has to run back into the store to get her gloves, and Jules is on the phone with Alton. She goes, "Wait, ooh, can I have his number?" Yes, I love that scene. That scene was so cute.
I love how Caroline, when she walks back out, she's like, "What is happening?" And
what's happening?
Russell's like, "It's like I'm not even here."
Yeah, I love that scene. It's definitely one of my favorites.
And then Jules is like, he's gorgeous.
He's gorgeous.
Please tell me he's not fresh off a breakup or something weird, like he hates puppies or something."
I love that line.
Yes. So at the beginning of the movie, we see Russell and Jules at their antique store, and they find the World War II uniform and a Christmas card in the pocket, or one of the pockets, and it is from Alice to a man named Orrin Newton. So then this sets off into motion the search for Orrin and Alice.
Investigation.
Yes, the investigation is what I was trying to say. So he reaches out to Caroline, their first meeting. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I love that meeting. It was so funny because I feel like it was not that it was weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I guess it was like a mutual meeting. You know what I'm saying? It was like mutual, and he was trying to explain like the jacket to her, and like he thanked her for showing up for such short notice.
Yeah,
but I think it was like a good meeting.
Yeah, a good meet cute.
Yeah.
I love in the first meeting before they leave the coffee shop, Russell says, You're not some international vintage uniform thief, are you? How do I know that I can trust you?
That's you.
Would
I
an
love that line.
untrustworthy person buy you coffee?
Good point.
That is a good point. But that was really cute. I enjoyed
Mhm.
that scene. Okay. The first phone conversation with Alton, who is one of her friends from the military.
Yes.
And she calls asking him for help about the
Mhm.
uniform and the Christmas card. And this dialogue, Caroline, I met this guy, Alton.
Yeah,
Ooh, what
another
do
one of
you
my
need me
favorite
to look
scenes.
for? Or what do you need me to look up? You want some driving records, employment history, blood type? And then she's like, no, I'm not trying to spy on him.
Yeah.
And then she says, I met him online. You're finally trying online dating. I told you there's nothing to be afraid of.
I love this whole conversation, that scene. The whole conversation.
He's great. He's a great best friend.
Yeah.
The talk in Russell's loft about the Christmas decorations
Mhm.
and the elf ornament.
She gives
That
it
was cute,
yeah, and he gives her, like, the little elf ornament.
which he calls Brian. Oh my gosh. And then he offers to give it to her, and she's like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how I
It's an
feel about
ugly
this
elf.
ornament.
We also find out a little bit more about some of the research that Caroline did
Mhm.
on Oren. And he was in Europe at the time of Alice's letter, and his platoon was on a mission
Mhm.
to go behind enemy lines on Christmas Eve that year. But records state that he was captured. And then they go on talking about why Russell is so interested in the mystery of the letter.
Mhm. Mhm.
And he invites Caroline to dinner,
Yes.
which I loved.
Mhm.
Another great best friend scene with Caroline and Alton when he comes over to try and help her with her wardrobe for the dinner
Yes.
date. And he sees the red dress and he's like, I mean, that dinner might start as a friend thing, but that is ending with sparks.
Right.
I expect a full debrief.
Like I said, they had some really good lines in this film too. A lot of good, like, funny lines.
Yes. Yes.
That was definitely one of them too.
Yes. I love when they are at the library, Russell and Caroline, and they are doing research and talking about the ribbons on Orange Jacket. And one of
Mhm.
them is a croix de guerre, which is foreign decoration, and it is awarded for heroism in combat.
Mhm.
I thought that was a nice moment between
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And I loved the history lesson we got in
Oh,
this
I
movie.
know.
Yeah.
I love that whole aspect of this movie, like the
Yeah.
mystery part and them trying to solve like the
Yeah.
mystery with the letters and like the backstory with the history. I loved all of that.
Yes. And the backstory we got with Russell and Caroline too.
Mhm.
But when they talk after dinner in his loft, we hear that his and Jules' first Christmas with their foster parents was one of his favorite Christmas memories
Yes.
because their dad brought a rescue puppy named
Mhm.
Marvin home so they
Mhm.
would feel welcome.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yes. Have you ever thought about getting a rescue puppy or
Oh,
dog?
I wish, Nicole, but like my family, well, my parents are kind of they're allergic, so and me and my
Oh,
brother aren't, so we never really had the chance to get a dog. But we always
oh,
wanted one. But
yes.
they're allergic, so it never really worked out.
Oh, yeah, they're a lot of work. My brother has always wanted a dog.
Yeah, it's yeah, my brother too. I mean, I
Yes.
wanted one too, but he's definitely more than me.
Yes. Yeah, it would be fun to have a dog, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are a lot of work.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And I'm sure a lot of money for
I was just trying to say
veterinary.
the money
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to the movie, Caroline shares one of her favorite memories, and it is one year when one of her guys got a big care package with decor that they put up for Christmas, and they had a party. And then she goes on talking about what she's learned from her time in the military. That scene was a little emotional.
Yeah, it was. It was that scene.
Yeah, I
That
kind of
was
got
definitely.
teary-eyed. Yeah.
Yeah. I got like teary-eyed a couple of moments in this movie, to be
Yeah,
honest
I
with
did too. Yeah.
you.
What did you think of the scene when they meet with Mr. Cordray? I think his first name was Frank.
Yes, that's the veteran who was friends with Oren,
Oren.
right? I
Yes, he
love
was
that scene.
in his platoon. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Like he was like gave them like a whole backstory, like him
Yeah.
when they met, and like
Yes.
that whole time period when they were together. I love that
Yeah.
part. Mhm.
Yes. And he refers Russell and Caroline to his other friend, Silas,
Yes.
who is a major World War II history buff and
Hmm.
has a mind like an encyclopedia. If there's something he doesn't know, he knows someone who does.
Right.
And he works at the local VFW branch.
Hmm.
And also, Frank doing a little matchmaking of his own
Right.
in a brief talk with Russell. He's like,
Yep.
don't let her get away. And he's like, oh no,
Oh, yeah,
we're not
we're not
together.
together.
Oh my gosh. So Russell and Caroline, after meeting with Frank, they go to the VFW. And I loved that scene too, seeing
Yeah.
everyone dressed in the World War
Dancing.
II
You know what?
era
Know that
fashion.
scene reminds me of the film, like the Hallmark film, kind of like in a way, not like, but the movie with Melissa Claire Egan and Mark
Oh
Lucas,
yeah.
Holiday for Heroes. So that's what I thought of right away. I don't know why it just brought me back to that movie for a minute and that scene, but yeah.
Yeah. That's a great movie. I love that one.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I loved seeing the fashion
Oh,
and
I know the
dancing.
old time
Yeah.
fashion. I love that.
Yes. Yes. And Russell giving Caroline the flower to put in her hair
I know. I love that scene.
and then sharing a
So sweet.
dance. And then the way he like spins her at the end, and she's like, no, no,
No.
no, no. Fancy. You're too fancy.
Right. Right.
That was very cute.
Hmm.
And then they have a talk with Silas, and he refers them to another friend who is a buff on World War II missing in action
Yes.
people. And his name is Peter Kitchen Master. That's an interesting last name.
Very interesting.
I loved Russell's reaction to that. He's like, what a last name that is.
For that.
Peter Kitchen Master turns out to be the man that dresses up as Santa somewhere across the street. I think it's the
Yes.
mall, is what he
Yeah.
said. And they have a talk with him at the coffee shop. He lets them know that he found the relative that received the telegram that the government had sent about Oren being missing in action. The relative is unfortunately no longer alive, but he was able to trace them to Oren and Alice's grandkids. And then a little bit later on, they go to Ingrid's stolen shop. I think I said that right. The German confectionery, which I love.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yes. The German Christmas confection. And I love when Russell says, come on, you have to have some kind of historical affection with confection.
I'm telling you, like I said before, the lines are great in this movie.
Have you ever had any confections from other countries for the holidays?
No, I have not. I wish I had, but no, I have not.
I don't think I have either.
I mean, not that I can think of right now, Nicole, but I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. The only confection from another country that I've had around the holidays and can remember are crepes.
Ooh. I mean, I've
For
had crepes another
Thanksgiving.
time, and not during the holidays,
Yeah.
but I had a crepe before.
Yes.
They're
I
so
think
good.
I had them one year. I don't know if it was a couple days before Thanksgiving or a day or two after Thanksgiving, but
Ooh.
me and my mom and my brother, and I think my dad went
Nice.
to my grandmother's, and one of my friends and her mom came along with us. And my friend's mom, she made crepes, like
Ooh. Wow.
real
That takes
crepes.
that takes skill.
Yes. And she is from France, and her daughter is too.
Oh. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yes. I've been friends with her since preschool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. She makes really good crepes from what
Crepes
I
are
can
good.
remember. Yes.
Mhm.
I actually would like to try whatever Caroline and Russell
I
had.
know. It looked really good.
It looked really good, yes. Okay, this is another comedic scene when they are at the house and they have a talk with the young girl, and she's like,
Yes.
I don't know you. Who's the present for? This is for you all. Even my big brother, he won't like it if it isn't a
It's not
video
a video
game.
game.
Are you married? What? No. You smile at each other like my mom and dad, and they're married. Do you have to be married in order to smile at somebody? Depends on the smile.
I love that scene too. That was another funny one.
Yes.
She was
The
cute, the little girl in
reactions.
that scene. There were actions like, no, we're not married.
No.
No.
Like, don't even go there. Russell and Jules at the shop. And this is when he finds a photo of Oren and Alice in another pocket. And it was taken before the war.
Mm-hmm.
And I love when Jules starts talking in subtext and metaphors about
Yes,
Caroline. She's like, you should give
me
it a
too.
try with Caroline. You should tell her how you feel. This is another scene that gave all the feels, all the emotions, and it is when Alton comes over for dinner and she's telling him how she has feelings for Russell and the panic attack
Yes.
that she had in front of Russell
Mm-hmm.
about that Christmas, the good
Yes.
parts, but not what happened afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And Alton's support was so sweet.
Yeah, that scene, like I feel like that scene was so important because that's such a relevant like
Yeah.
aspect to people like in the military. Like
Mhm.
they have like moments that they get like that and it gets
Yeah.
so bad and like overbearing sometimes that like it's so
Mhm.
hard to control. But yeah, like you definitely need people like that around you. Like
Yes.
often. Yep.
Yeah. Caroline says he's not gonna understand. People will not understand what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Alton, Russell deserves a chance to figure out what he can and can't handle. You
Mm-hmm.
got to stop pushing people away. You deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
Yep.
Russell, Caroline, and Jules at the store talking about the lead that Russell got with the drawing of the man with the symbol. That
Mm-hmm.
was a great scene.
Yeah, with like the picture frame that had all like the symbols. Oh, yeah, that was a great scene.
Yes.
And he noticed the same symbol in the picture frame as the symbol on the
The
jacket, right?
patch. Yeah,
The
the
patch on the
patch.
jacket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love when Caroline says, "Oh, wow, you were brilliant." Jules, don't give him a big head.
He goes like, "You already did."
Yep, you already did. Too late. The patch is hobo code, and Russell says when travelers moved to an area, they would mark the trees and the rocks to let the next person coming along know what to expect when they entered the area. It's now just sold as folk art.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how Caroline's like, you really know your stuff. And he's like, yeah, I really do.
Like I said, the banter between the two of them was so like spot on and like
Yeah.
so good.
Yes. The symbol means hold your tongue, and the army used it in connection with an elite unit called the Special Service Force, who were responsible for building all the code during World War II to get all of the top secret information across enemy lines.
Really cool.
Yes. And then they talk about going to the records office at the base that night. And again, another comedic moment when Russell says, "Tonight, let me see. I'm pretty busy."
I don't think I can make.
And then she whacks him with the picture, I think.
Yeah.
Or the book that she's holding. That was really funny. What did you think about the whole storyline with Caroline and the fellowship that she entered for or applied
I love
for?
that. Yeah, I love that storyline.
Yeah.
Like you said, it was something like she really worked hard for, and she really like wanted to go. But I love that they added that part to the movie.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. Russell, Caroline, and Jules at the base, and Alton is there too, of course. They are looking at files, and Oren was on a top secret mission and had a cohort who went by the name SL. The kiss after Russell accidentally bumps his head under the file drawer, and he's like, "Caroline, where are you?
Where are you, Caroline?"
Oh my god,
that was cute. That scene.
Yeah, and then she bumps her head too. Right when Alton and Jules walk in.
We're walking back into the room.
After that, we see them having dinner and having a conversation about eggnog milkshakes and Alton and Caroline working together. They went on a patrol on Christmas Eve. They were in a convoy, which wasn't a great place to be. And they weren't in the same vehicle. So, things didn't really go that well. Caroline pulled Alton out of the wreckage and saved his life. She received a Silver Star. So she is a true hero.
Yep. I love that scene too. That scene was really emotional too.
Yeah, that was another one that really got me. This, I think, is one of my top favorite scenes when Russell is at his house with Caroline talking about all the love letters that the woman Deb found. We get a little bit of mystery in this one and sleuthing in this scene.
Which I love. I love that part. Like you're looking through the letters, and then they realized there was like codes in the letters, and they had to figure out what the codes meant. I loved it.
Yes. And they worked together with Jules and Alton on that.
To help them solve it. Yep.
Yeah. And that takes a couple days. And in the midst of all of this, Caroline gets a second call from Charles Leith, who is the head of the scholarship program, and lets her know that she got the fellowship.
Yay.
Which is very exciting, but bittersweet at the same time, because then that means that she would have to leave Russell.
Sad face.
Yes. But we all know how this movie is going to end. This was another emotional scene, and it is the talk in the car with Alton and Caroline. About the fellowship, Russell, and taking a risk.
Another great one. I'm telling you, like, majority of the scenes in this movie were like 10. Everything was so on point. And everyone like meshed so well together. The cast, it was brilliant.
Yes. I kind of felt bad for Caroline when she said that Russell didn't deserve her. That kind of broke my heart.
I was so bad.
I was like, why are you saying this? Of course he deserves you.
Exactly.
Yes. And we get the scene when the four of them are working more on decoding the letters. SL stands for Swanson's Lodge. And that was written on the back of the photo of Oren and Alice.
Yes.
It was run by a couple, Gerald and Doris Wheaton, who bought the camp from its original owners shortly after World War II. They passed in 2013, but the Wheaton family still owns it. It's them.
Yes.
It's Alice and Orin.
Yes,
Yay.
I was like, yay, they found out.
Yes. Okay, this scene, what did you think about the quote unquote breakup scene?
I thought it was sad, but like deep down inside, I knew like she was gonna come back. So
Yeah.
it wasn't sad for me, but I thought like they played it out so well.
Yeah.
Her and Jill and Paul. So
yes, I agree. I thought it was well done.
And
I'm glad that there wasn't really a argument or a fight like or in a lot of these movies.
I was just about to say, we feel like there's always like a blow up or an argument beforehand, like the two leads get into something. They didn't do that either.
Yeah.
Conversation.
I thought it was nice, yeah. And the kiss on the cheek. That was very sweet.
Yes.
And we get to the end of the movie with Russell, Alton, and Jules at the lodge meeting the Wheaton family. And then Caroline shows up and they share a kiss. And I love how Alton says, you know, this uniform's waited an awfully long time for its reunion. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they give the family the uniform and their reaction.
They were like, I know, they were in tears. I'm like, you can make me cry.
Yes. I also love before Caroline and Russell shared the kiss, he says, I've never been more certain about anything in my life, but this is what true love feels like.
I love that line.
Melt my heart into a puddle. Paul Green. Oh my gosh. I thought it was great.
No. Me too.
Yes. Was there anything in the movie that you wanted to see or that you had questions about, maybe storyline wise?
No, I don't think so. I thought, like I said, I thought the whole movie flowed really well.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love the whole like idea of the movie. I knew Jill was going to be great in it because it's like right up her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Whole family is military like background. Her whole like family.
Yeah.
So I knew the role that she was going to play in this movie was going to be really good, really good. I love that there was like the mystery aspect to it. That kind of brought me back to Mystery 101.
Yes.
Like I love that when they do like it was a Christmas movie, but there was mystery and it was military. I love all three components like combined, and it was great. But it was so good.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. I think the only thing I wanted to see more of was Caroline as a professor. Maybe just a couple more scenes in there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And I didn't think about it. Like one or two per professor.
Yeah. I know we got that one at the beginning, but maybe one or two more would have been fun to see.
Yeah.
But altogether, I think this was a hit for Great American Family for 2023. No. Yeah.
Definitely. I said I'm like, this is like one of your best Christmas movies. I wrote in the review like this year. With one like favorites that I've seen so far. So
yeah. I think I'll give it 10 out of 10 Christmas trees. What about you?
Same. Definitely 10 out for me.
Yes. Yes. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you, Alex, for joining me for this movie review. It's always a great time having you on.
Thank you for having me on again. It was fun.
Of course. And I will definitely have you back on again in the future for more of these movies. All right, everybody. I think that wraps up our review of Bringing Christmas Home. If you enjoyed this episode, you can like this video and share your favorite scenes and thoughts on this movie in the comments. If you want to stay up to date on all of my Christmas movie reviews, you can subscribe to this channel and make sure to turn on the bell so that you know when I post new episodes. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time. We love y'all. Bye!